A business paid tens and thousands of dollars for a brand new website, and Google won't even index the main pages. They're not showing the most important pages on the website. Now, I see this play out so much almost every single day. A new site goes up, no consideration for the old site if there was already a mature website. In this case, we're looking at a real estate website, accommodation, sales, travel space. The old site, I think from memory, was on Squarespace. Not my favorite thing to progress, but surprisingly, the old site had a lot of good pages. There were a lot of pages ranking. Zero consideration for the pages that were already receiving the traffic. So this new expensive, beautiful website went up with custom post type, advanced custom fields, which is what I also use, but there's zero control over very basic elementary things. No control over SEO titles, meta descriptions, H1s, H2s. The text is thrown in dynamically, which means there's nothing static for Google to really stick into. The main two service pages aren't even being indexed. First, I was like, maybe this is taking a while with Google Search Console, maybe it's in the sandbox, but we're now flagged as crawled, not indexed, discovered, not indexed, which is where Google sees the page, but just wishes to not display it. Taking over a site like this is like playing a game of Jenga. Nothing against the way other people build websites. It's just when you're considering a website construction or a rebuild and traffic from Google is important, it's not always important, or traffic from AI or being found online is important. It's really, you need to understand that the algorithms are looking for very basic things. Titles, headings, keywords. It's still a robot and it's not going to assume, it's not going to mind read. It needs clear-cut structural foundations, very basic things that were actually in the old site, not to mention 30 to 40 pages that were ranking and getting traffic, which we went ahead and rebuilt. We installed our Band-Aid page builder, which is not ideal. You don't want to band-aid a second page builder onto a WordPress website. We just didn't want to deal with the custom coded advanced custom fields and post types, because just moving things a pixel to the left and the right is a game of Jenga. Within 2 weeks of the new pages going up, all of them are indexed and all of them are on page 1 of Google already. They've been precisely constructed with TFIDF capabilities, which is where we inject specific words, specific amount of times, the exact amount of times to be the average of the top 10. And it's crazy that these new pages are indexed and something like the main 2 service pages, including the About Us page, is still not indexed, which are the original pages being built. So it's the same domain, same authority. The only difference is basic SEO. Like, this is kindergarten level SEO. Now, this happens a lot more than you think. Agencies sell a lot of designer stuff, which is great. Design, branding is very important. But in this case, there's no function of the next step. We need to maneuver the site. We need to adjust the site. Everything's been cemented in. It's not even a big boat to move. There's just nothing to move. You have to jump into the theme files and begin coding things. It's 2026. You don't need to do that anymore. If Google can't read basic things, H1, supporting paragraph, H2, supporting paragraph, SEO title, meta description, it's just going to move on. It's going to move on to the next page. It's going to rank the wrong page or not rank the page at all. You don't want it to be difficult for Google to understand what your homepage, About Us, the main service pages are about. Very simple stuff. And so while design is very important, branding is very important, you have to feed the algorithm what it wants to see. It's like paving a red carpet, especially in the infancy of the new domain. In this case, because the website is like a real estate portal for stays and accommodation and real estate listings and sales, a lot of the pages had dynamic text, meaning there's a filter on someone looking to buy a property, let's say in Western Australia, it'll spin that out with JavaScript very quickly. So there's no actual page on sell my property Western Australia, Perth, Brisbane, Queensland. So these were the 30 to 40 pages that we built in those specific niches. Now they're seeing the light of Google. Now they're getting traffic. Now Google Search Console is showing prettier things. Now Bing Webmaster Tools is showing prettier things, and we're being mentioned by ChatGPT already, 2 weeks in. So far, so good. Just keep in mind. Thank you.